Hey guys, it's Kyra and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I will be doing my current favorites. You guys know that I'm always sharing new products with you guys, and so I figured that it's always good to kind of like come back around and show you guys the things that have become my favorites, things that I've been using really regularly over the past couple months, things that I have just been like reaching for over and over and over again. Now you guys know that I do have my holy grails, like for example my Lancome foundation, my MAC Lane Low Paint Pot, you know, my Chestnut and Cork lip liner. Those are like my holy grails, things that I will forever love. But these items are things I've purchased more recently that I have been reaching for more frequently, if that makes sense. So I'm going to split it up into skincare and beauty. I have a couple skincare items and actually 3 skincare items and 1 hair item, and then the rest are beauty. It's not a whole lot of products, but these are things that I have just really been reaching for a lot lately. First up is skincare, and I'm going to start off with actually facial cleanser. Okay, so one of my current favorite go-to face washes has been the Garnier Skin Active Refreshing Facial Cleanser, and it's comprised of 99% naturally derived ingredients. This one here is made with aloe juice, and it's made without parabens, dyes, silicones, and sulfates. And I have really been loving this facial wash lately just because it's so gentle on my skin. I know that sounds weird, but it's a cleanser that honestly cleanses my skin really well, especially after makeup. I reach for this, cleanse my skin one good time, and makeup is completely gone, and my skin just feels really nice and fresh and clean, but it's also super gentle. So I really like this one. I also love the way it feels. It has a bit of like a jelly consistency, so it feels really good. It's just a great all-around drugstore cleanser, so I have been loving this one. After the cleanser, I've been reaching for a new moisturizer that I've been using for a few weeks now, and you guys, I am absolutely obsessed with it. Okay, so it is the Body Shop Vitamin C Glow Boosting Moisturizer, and this one I picked up from the Body Shop a couple weeks ago. And I picked it up because, first of all, you guys know that I do have a couple spots on my face that are darker. I do have hyperpigmentation from, you know, older acne scars, and so I wanted something that had vitamin C in it because, as we all know, vitamin C is a natural brightener. And so I went in the store, tried it out. Look, you know, first of all, looked at the reviews. The reviews were amazing, and they were all saying good things. And also I went in the store, and the guy told me, now I don't know, I haven't done my research on it, but the guy told me that this was one of the most potent vitamin C moisturizers you can purchase, you know, in the store. So I bought it home, tried it, and like the first time I tried it, you guys, fell in love. Okay, I love the consistency of it because it has a little bit of a water base, makes my skin feel super soft and supple. It smells like citrus. It smells just like oranges. It smells so good. And whenever I just apply it on my skin, it makes my skin feel so soft and supple without feeling heavy or greasy. It feels literally like the cream is just soaking into my skin, and I love it. And also I love that because I'm wearing it every day, I'm wearing it every day, but it's also working and doing something to my skin every day. I think it may be originally like 30 bucks, which is still pretty affordable. And it comes with 1.7 ounces. So a really good moisturizer. And so the third skincare item and the last skincare item that I have been loving is just a serum that I found at TJ Maxx. And I picked it up because I had actually ran out of my Tarte Maracuja oil, which you guys know I have been loving. But I had ran to TJ Maxx just kind of see if they had any oils that were similar to the Maracuja oil. Something that was still hydrating to my skin, but did not make my skin oily. As mentioned before, I hate products that make my skin feel oily because I am an oily girl. And so I was walking around the aisles, and I found in the beauty skincare section, I found this Skin Science Hydrating Face Serum with hyaluronic acid, and it says this serum moisturizes the skin, boosting hydration and firming the skin. And it was only $6. So I was like, it's only a couple dollars, let me go ahead and try it out. And when I say this oil here or serum here, it makes my skin feel just like it did with the Maracuja oil. I mean, exactly like the Maracuja oil. Now, it doesn't have the exact same ingredients. This one here does not have Maracuja oil in it, but It does have a ton of other essential oils. It has safflower seed oil, cottonseed oil, argan oil, olive oil, jojoba oil, coconut oil, and of course hyaluronic acid. And this little 6-hour bottle comes with 2 fluid ounces. Okay, so just kind of comparing cost and size, the maracuja oil I believe was 20 bucks or 18 or 20 bucks, I can't remember which one it was exactly, and I believe it was for a 1 ounce bottle. Okay, this one here is what, a third of the price for double the size, and it makes my skin feel just as good. It really moisturizes my skin. I like to apply it right after I wash my face and my skin is still damp, because I feel like the oil kind of just really helps to trap in the moisture that the water, you know, from the water and also from the oil. So I just get really good results with applying it right after I wash my face and it's still damp. Skin feels amazing. It'll feel moisturized all day, and again, it does not make my skin oily. The last item that's not beauty is actually a hair item, and that is the Batiste dry shampoo. Okay, so I had mentioned this a while ago on my Instagram, how much I loved it, and you would not believe how many people like sending messages saying that they didn't know that black girls could use dry shampoo. Yes, we can, y'all. Okay, we can use dry shampoo. So I am back to being relaxed, and so I wear my hair straight most of the time now. Most of the time, all the time now. And so this literally saves my hair whenever my hair is straight. I prefer to go like 1.5 to 2 weeks in between wash days. I don't like to wash my hair and style my hair too regularly because I am relaxed. So I like to go, you know, a week and a half to 2 weeks in between washing and styling my hair. And so whenever my hair, you know, you guys know how your hair gets whenever it starts to get really oily and really dull and real flat, this is the answer. So dry shampoo basically helps to absorb the oil and kind of like gives your hair that fresh feeling without, of course, you know, washing your hair. So you just take it, hold a couple inches away from your hair, spray it at the roots of your hair. So part your hair into smaller sections and then spray the dry shampoo at the roots, and then take your fingers in your hair and kind of just, you know, zhuzh it into your hair. When I tell you guys, it instantly soaks up all that excess oil and makes your hair feel light and flowy again. It does just that. So if you're natural and you wear your hair straight, like, you know, you get a silk press or a press out or whatever, if you wear extensions and you wear your hair straight, if you're relaxing and you wear your hair straight, try out dry shampoo. That is it for my skincare and hair items. And now I just have a couple beauty items to share with you guys that I have been really loving lately. Okay, so first up, I'll do foundation. So my recent go-to foundation I have been loving, you guys, is the Maybelline Superstay foundation, and I am in the shade Toffee Caramel. And y'all, this is to me like the perfect everyday foundation. First of all, it's drugstore, so it's like super affordable. Okay, you can't beat that. And also it lasts all day. Well, it has full coverage and it lasts all day. Now, this is a super duty foundation, y'all. So if you like a more lightweight foundation, something that's a little bit more sheer, this is not gonna be it. But I love it because I love full coverage foundations. Like I said, it lasts all day. It is mattifying, so definitely gives you a matte finish. That's perfect for me as an oily girl. It claims to last 24 hours. I've never actually worn it for that long. I've worn it for like, I think maximum, I probably worn it for about 15 hours, I think is the maximum I've worn it for. And it did last all day. I feel like this is a foundation, personally, that looks better the longer you wear it. So to me, whenever you first apply it, it looks bomb. But like after, you know, 3, 4, 5 hours and those natural oils start to kind of break down the foundations, to me, it looks even better because it looks a lot more natural afterwards. So I love it. Love this one. Hands down my new favorite drugstore foundation. Okay, and so then after foundation, I'm gonna share with you guys my 2 recent favorite concealers, which are the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer, and also, again, the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser for dark circles. Okay, so first up is the Revolution. Now, if you guys remember, whenever I first tried this out, in my review video, I actually did not like it. So it's kind of weird that I am making this a favorite. So I actually didn't like it at first, but it's because it takes a little bit of getting used to. If you watch my reviewing tutorial on it, this definitely dries pretty quickly, so you have to move pretty fast with it. And also, I have learned that the key is to make sure that my beauty blender is really nice and damp whenever I use it with this. I love the coverage. I'm in the shade C10. I love the coverage. I love the consistency. It's like super creamy. I love how it blends out. It blends out really easily. It's really easy to work with. I don't know. It's just a really good $6, you guys. $6 concealer. So this is a really great affordable concealer. And then the Instant Age Rewind is very similar as well. Both of these are full coverage. This one to me is a little bit fuller than the Revolution. And also, I like the shade of this one a smidget better than the Revolution. So the Revolution shade, I believe this is a neutral tone, or I can't remember if it's neutral or if it's a yellow undertone concealer. It's either or. But it's a bit light, as you can see. And if you compare the two, as you can see, the Revolution one is a little bit light. I make it work though, it looks perfectly fine. But I do like the shade of the golden Maybelline concealer a little bit better. And I don't know y'all, I love this little sponge applicator because it makes applying concealer so easy. And I love how it provides full coverage, how it settles in the skin, how it blends out, how it just makes my face look nice and wide and awake. And both of these just do a really good job. So you can't go wrong with these two. Okay, so next up I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the bronzer I've been using recently that I have been loving. And that's the Anastasia Contour Kit, the Powder Contour Kit in the shade Tan to Deep. If you guys saw my Marshall's makeup haul, you guys saw that I purchased this bad boy during the haul. And it was only 19 bucks. I believe it's originally $40 and I found it for 19. And you guys, I have no idea why it's not been on my life sooner because I love this powder contour kit. I love the wide variety of shades because I can kind of basically cater my look to the way I'm feeling. So sometimes I'm feeling more full glam. So when I'm feeling like that, I reach for my deeper contour to, you know, give me a little bit more pow along the cheekbone, along the forehead area. But also there are days where I want to, you know, look more natural or more sun-kissed, and I'll reach for like these two over here. So honestly, I like to kind of have options to again cater my look to my mood. And I already have the powders already there to go. Also, this is a great travel-friendly product. I did travel this past weekend, bought this with me, used it all weekend because it is so compact. And last but not least, I love that I can change out the refill. So instead of buying a whole new contour kit, like if there's a shade that I just really love that I tend to use over and over again, whenever it runs out, I can just easily buy a new refill and pop it in the palette, you know, rather than buying a whole new palette itself. So I have been loving this lately, you guys. And then for highlight, you guys probably could guess, I have been loving the Artist Couture Conceal It Glow Powder. Now this is a newbie, okay, so I've only had this for like 2 weeks now, so I haven't had it for that long. But if you guys saw whenever I first tried this out in my full face of first impressions tutorial, you guys could probably tell this is going to be like an instant favorite for me. I love the tone of this powder. I love how pigmented it is. Actually, I have on today. I love the pigment of it. It gives me a very like bronzy golden glow. And I also love that it has a little hint of shimmer in it because the shimmer just makes it pop just like 10 times more. Because of those glitter pigments in it, it actually kind of makes your skin look just a little bit wet, which I really love, which I think is really perfect for this time of year. Okay, so this lipstick I have been reaching for, oh my gosh, every time I'm feeling nude or like natural or like just don't know what to do with my makeup look, I have been reaching for the More Humor Please lipstick from Dose of Colors. Now, this was actually part of the Desi x Katie collaboration with Dose of Colors, and I purchased this lipstick back, Black Friday, I think. Yeah, and I purchased it, and it's like kind of dirty now because I've been using it all weekend. But this nude, you guys, is like the perfect nude because it's not too pale. Okay, it actually to me has a bit of a brown and peach undertone, which to me looks perfect on brown skin. This is definitely a brown girl friendly nude. Now I don't know if they are still selling it. I don't know if they sold out of the collection already, but if they still have it or you can find it online somewhere, go ahead and try it out because it is, look at that y'all. You see how it looks? Like literally the perfect brown. This paired with cork or chestnut is gorgeous. Even if I want to do a full glam look or do a soft natural look, this lipstick here can go for both looks. Okay, so now I'm down to my last two items. The first one is the MAC Fix Plus in the lavender scent. Okay, so I had purchased two of the mini Fix Plus sets, like the Christmas sets that they had. They had them on sale earlier this year, and I had purchased two of them. And so I was really excited to try out the scents because I had heard that they were really bomb, right? Y'all, this lavender one is, oh my gosh, it is like heaven in a bottle. First of all, you guys know that I love Fix Plus spray. I drench myself in it every time I do my makeup. I just cannot get enough of Fix Plus. I just love it for giving my skin a natural look after applying a bunch of powders and, you know, full coverage foundations, all that. This really helps to break down that powder and, you know, give your skin a more nice and natural look. So I love Fix Plus for that, but the lavender scent just takes it up a couple notches just because of how good it smells. I had even used it this past weekend and my sister was getting ready next to me and she was like, ooh, what is that smell? And I'm like, girl, that's the Fix Plus. And she was like, oh my gosh, I have to get it because it's just that bomb. And then my very last item, this is the one I'm most excited to tell you guys about because I actually haven't shared this one with you guys before, but I got recommended to try it out from one of my, or a couple of my subscribers. Okay, so you guys remember whenever I had showed you guys my Beauty Blender dupe video? It was a Black Dollar Beauty Sponge dupe from Shop Miss A, and I compared it to the Black Beauty Blender. And you guys remember how much I loved the black one? I was like, you know, it's a really close dupe to Beauty Blender. You know, I definitely recommended it. It was only $1. And so after that video, a bunch of you guys have recommended that I should try out the soft, okay, it's a super soft Wonder Blender. So the black one was just a Wonder Blender. And then you guys are telling me, oh my gosh, if you love that one, you have to try the super soft Wonder Blender. So I believe that one was like a little bit more, it wasn't $1. I think it was like $1.50 or $1.60, something like that. It was still really cheap. And so I had went ahead and ordered 4 of them, y'all, just in case I liked them. I wanted to have a bunch in my stash. When I say from the first time I used it, I fell in love. So here's a brand new one. This one's a brand new one, like right out the pack. Here's the pack here. I have been using my other ones, like here's a dirty one, obviously. But I want to show you guys a fresh one. This here, I kid you not, is an exact, okay, so the black one, the Wonder Blender, was a very close dupe. Okay, I mentioned how it's a little bit denser, how the material was a little bit more on the velvet side, like it was just a lot smoother, but it was still really close. This one here is an exact dupe, okay? The exact same material, it has more of a spongy feel, okay? It's just as dense as the Beauty Blender. Whenever you wet it, it gets this big, so here's as big as it gets, okay? When I say it is so soft, blends out foundation concealer flawlessly, and it's just the perfect affordable sponge. I just feel like everyone should own multiples of these. Like I will honestly never purchase a Beauty Blender or a Real Technique sponge ever again. I will hands down be purchasing these like non-stop. I have been using this on clients and it works perfectly on other people just as much as it does myself. It blends out their concealer and their foundation flawlessly. It blends out my concealer and my foundation flawlessly. It is just a magical less than $2 sponge that I 1000% recommend to everyone watching this video. So that is it for my current skincare and beauty favorites. Not very many goodies to share, but I'll just be honest and share things with you guys that I have truly been capital LOVE-ing, okay? If you guys enjoyed my favorites video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And also not forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye. Bye guys.